Hey guys, I'm Elegant Stew, and I'm finally announcing my summer Let's Play. Finally, after 3 months I first mentioned it. I'm sorry it took so long, I'm so sorry, just things happened and things got in the way, and yeah, when I first mentioned it, I did plan to start it in June at some point, maybe early June, and that really didn't work out because it's July now, so my plan screwed up there. So what my summer Let's Play, which is kind of like halfway through summer now, but my next Let's Play is going to be a Tenrule challenge, which is something I made up. So this video is essentially going to double up as a Tenrule explanation video, first of all, and then going to explain my Tenrule challenge of my Let's Play. So it's doubling up as two different things, because those two things would have to go out together anyway, since I did make up the Tenrule challenge. And none of you would have any idea what it is if I just made an announcement about my Tenrule challenge Let's Play. So it's going to be a Pokemon Black, as I've said before, so Pokemon Black Tenrule challenge, and the reason it's Pokemon Black is the build up to the English release of Pokemon Black and White 2. That's why it was a summer thing, because the Black and White 2 is going to come out in October the something. It's like October the 13th or something in the UK. I think in the USA it's October the 7th or something like that, a couple of days before. I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's around the dates though. It's in the around the 10th of October, I know that much. So I've got to be quick with this if I want to get this finished before Pokemon Black and White 2, but maybe I can do this, maybe I can. But anyway, yeah, it's called Pokemon Tenrule, and obviously it's going to be 10 rules in this Let's Play. But I know the name kind of sucks. I spent ages and ages and ages trying to think of a name, and I even went to the extent of using a Thoris, because yes, I'm such a nerd that I went to the extent of doing that, but I just decided to give up. Decided to give up and just call it Pokemon Tenrule, and after you hear it enough times, you'll get used to it and think of it as not as such a weird name. you get used to its suckiness, and it would kind of start good after a while you've listened to it. So how I came up with this. So what I wanted to do was make something interactive with my viewers, which is you guys, and I know like Pokemon, usually you can't really be interactive with. All the viewers can choose is what Pokemon you have and like what game you do, I suppose. And really there's not much else your viewers can choose, so I made this a little bit more interactive. It's got more things to it. You'll find out what in a minute, but it's a bit more interactive. So it can be done with you guys. And don't worry about anybody who wants to do it like without a YouTube channel. You can still do it. It's just able to be interactive, so you can still do it at home on your own if you want to. And not in that way, you dirty minded people. Even though I'm the one who thought of that, so sorry. But yeah, it also has mini stages which allow it to be more interactive and choosable, but you won't know what I'm on about at the moment. You'll be like, what? Mini stages? It's not Pokemon. You know about mini stages. So let me get into what I mean. So what it is, it's split into different areas, sort of like a Nuzlocke, but nothing like a Nuzlocke. Because I know Nuzlockes are split into different areas, but the areas are completely different, so don't confuse it with a Nuzlocke. A new area is not a new route. So essentially what it is basically, I'll give you an example. The first area would be all the routes up to the first gym. So then the first gym will be the second route, and the third, let me say that again. The routes up to the first gym, before the first gym, are all Area 1. This first gym is Area 2. The routes up to the second gym after that would be Area 3, and the second gym would be Area 4. So it is... I've got a piece of hair on me, sorry about that. But still there, but whatever. So yeah. They're split into different areas, and each of these areas has their own set of rules from the 10 rules that I mentioned before. I haven't actually gone through them, but I've said there's 10 rules. So let me explain these 10 rules. So first of all, there is Mean Luck, which is no running from wild Pokemon. Kind of obvious what it's for, kind of obvious why you have it. So it's just on a route, so you can't run from all the wild Pokemon on the route. Really, there's not much else I can say about that. It's sort of just a challenge to see if you can get through the route without, you know, with not being able to run, I suppose. Second one is Rampage. You're only allowed to use like damaging moves, sorry. So you can't use things that boost up your stats or just cause a status element. You can use moves that cause a status element as well as a side effect as well as a damaging thing. Like, you got a direct damage, you can't use things like toxic, but you could use something like sludge bomb. And then the next, so that's just, I suppose, a little bit of a restriction to your team in a way. But yeah, the next one is 100%. So you've got to battle all the trainers on the route with 100%. Just makes it a little bit more challenging, makes you have to do a little bit more. Solo, which is essentially a solo run just of the area though. I think I've been saying route, I meant to say area, sorry about that. But the solo is only using one Pokemon for the whole area, of course, which sort of makes you concentrate on that one Pokemon, level it up a bit, whatever. And next one is Monotype. You can only use one type of Pokemon for the whole area. So it's sort of self-explanatory there. And speed run, you have to complete the route in a set amount of time. Now, you guys will have to, I suppose, specify a few of these things. For example, solo run, you'll have to tell me what kind of Pokemon I should use. What Pokemon I should use in Monotype. You could tell me what kind of Pokemon I have to use. So if you're doing your run, you'll have to come up with the combinations of things and the what do you call it, the specifications of each one by yourself, or you could use my example, which I'm going to give you in just a little bit when I get into how you guys can do your own. So don't worry about having to come up with your own combinations and stuff, because I did go through a whole thing and spend a while getting it right. So let me continue. I was on Monotype. No, I was on speedrun. So you have to have a specified amount of time, which will change between the routes because certain routes have certain lengths. Sorry, my nose is not being the best today. I'm a little bit ill, but anyway, let's continue. I'm not too ill though, so yeah, continue. That's the speed run. You have to set amount of time. The next one is Baton Pass, so only certain Pokemon can be used, and this is sort of like solo and Monotype, but it's a way that they do the same effect, but in different ways, I suppose. So they're the same kind of rule, but the different rules, if you get what I'm trying to say. So Baton Pass, you can only use certain Pokemon, so essentially some Pokemon are disabled from use. And Fatal Mode is, if your Pokemon faints, then they're dead, and you can't use them again in the whole game, I suppose. Sort of like a Nuzlocke, it's sort of they're bringing in little bits of other challenges into this, but as well, it's just its own challenge. It's not really copying off anything else. And then the survival mode, or just survival. So you're not allowed to use any heal items or Pokemon Center until you've completed that area with the other, with all the, what do you call it, the rules. And the final one is disable, so you can't use certain moves, e.g. you can't use certain types of moves like electric moves, or you can't use moves over a certain power, like you can't use moves over 60 power, base power, so just things like that, I suppose. So that's the 10 rules, but there are towns are free areas, and if you don't know what I mean by that, basically, and if you go into any town, it doesn't count as part of the area, so all the rules are put on a pause. But for example, the speed run will be put on a pause if you enter a town like in between two routes which are in the same area, which I'll show you an image of it afterwards. Things like survival, you still won't be able to heal up in the towns. Those will still count, but the reason I put a free zone in the towns areas is because there's a lot of cutscenes, I suppose, and well, not cutscenes, but a lot of things that you're dragged into, forced to do, that would take a lot of time for things specifically like the speed run. So it would screw up a lot of things. So that's why the towns are on a bit of a pause from some of the rules. Of course, like you can't just go and heal up your Pokemon there. So there are other areas as well, other than just the routes and the gyms. So there's the routes that are in between the gyms are the areas, of course. The gyms are the areas, and towns are free zones. But then there's, of course, the Elite Four is one area itself as well. But there are additional areas, and these areas are areas that are like routes in the post-game. And there are also areas like the Team Rocket headquarters base in a town, because the town is a free zone. And therefore, the Team Rocket place with lots of battles in it, I suppose, because it'd be kind of wasted. Sort of like the Silph Core in Saffron, that will count as a new area in itself. And these additional areas will have their own set of rules, I suppose. So again, I'll show you a picture of that afterwards. I'll give you some suggestions for your own Tenrule challenge. And well, you might be wondering, well, what if you don't have the right Pokemon or right levels or things to go on and do the next route, the next area, and get it right? Or you think you'll fail and not pass with only Pokemon alive? The aim of this is, I suppose, to catch new Pokemon that you'll be able to use for the next route from the older routes, and you can go back and train up, I suppose, as well. That's the fun of it, kind of. But yeah, you can go back to older routes once you've done them, and the rules won't apply. So you can go back and train up and catch some new Pokemon to help you with the next route. And that's the fun of it, that you can constantly switch out Pokemon and use different ones. You don't have to set a team of 6, you know. So like the Monotype, you can get a whole team of that one type of Pokemon. It's not restricted to just using the one you have in your team, you know. So it's kind of fun that you can use quite a few different things. And there's a bird outside my window just jumping about. I'm sorry I'm getting so distracted, but things are really trying to distract me today. But yeah, you can pass or fail each area. What I'm going to do in my 10 rule is that if one of the rules fails, like I have to heal one of my Pokemon because it dies, or no. If I have to heal one of my Pokemon because my whole team dies that I'm allowed to use, then I will have failed. Or if I don't do it in a set time, I will have failed. Or if I run from a wild Pokemon, I will have failed. And if I have to do a solo run and I lose one, I've failed. And if I'm just giving different examples. And if I'm on faithful mode and one of my Pokemon dies, I will fail. But if it's on Baton Pass and I have like 3 Pokemon and one of them faints, then I have not failed because I've still got 2 left and I still haven't failed that yet. So if you get what I'm trying to say. So you don't have to do the pass-fail thing, you can just try again. But I am going to do the pass-fail thing. So I'm going to put up the suggestions for your own 10 rule right now. So what you'll see on here is just all the different rules. The first 16 are obviously the first, second, all the gyms essentially, and then all the different routes in between them. And then there's the Elite Four as well, and the routes up to that. And if you're actually playing Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, because I know there's 2 sets of gyms, just repeat the same. Just repeat the first gym's rules for that. And maybe if there's anything you can change them. And you'll also see that there are some variables like the time that you put in. Because I honestly can't say what the time is because there's all the different Pokemon games and I really don't know what would be a suitable time. So you gotta kind of think of a suitable time for yourself. But from what I've seen, about 5 to 10 minutes usually is around about a good time because you still got to give yourself a challenge. And other things like the Monotype, you can choose the type of Pokemon. So it allows you some leeway to choose your own thing to try and accomplish this challenge because, well, it's sort of with a certain type you might fail, but with another type you might pass. So you gotta try and work out what would be the best and then use that. So that adds to the challenge and the fun, I suppose. Yeah, so message me if you have any queries about that, because so I've taken them down. Go back and pause if you want to look at them and write them down or something. You can also make your own. That can also just be a sort of a guideline to what you want to do. So message me if you have any queries or comment down below. I will answer all your questions that I can and I'm not sure if you're understanding me. I'm really hoping you are. So let's get on to my 10 rule finally. So mine is going to be a Pokemon Black, as I said, and it's going to be interactive, as I said. And before now, you might get or you might not get why it's interactive. You probably do though. So you're going to choose my rules for each route completely. I'm going to choose my whole team. So for each area, sorry, not route, area, you're going to choose one of the 10, or not one of the 10 rules, but a few of the 10 rules. I mean, some of them don't go together like a Solo or a Monotype, because that wouldn't make sense. But you pick a few of them out of each, and then comment down below, and just tell me what you want me to do for the different rules for each area, I suppose. I mean, it's completely down to you. I'm not going to have any say in this. It's going to be completely down to you. So it can be as horrible and evil as you like, or be as nice and supportive as you want to be. But just do whatever you want to make it fun, because it is a challenge, and do challenge me, of course. Don't make it too easy. But I would suggest making it gradually get harder. That's what I tried to do with my examples there. So that's probably a better idea. And yeah, so essentially what it is you guys choosing what I have, the challenges that I have to overcome, and then you choose the Pokemon. So essentially, you're choosing what I use to overcome this. And as I said before, you can constantly switch around the team, and you can constantly suggest me to use different Pokemon for that area, and I will go back and level up and catch new Pokemon and things. I'll be happy to do that because I can do that in the Tenrule challenge. It's not like a Nuzlocke where I can't catch any Pokemon. I can catch any Pokemon from anywhere. So you guys tell me what you want me to catch, and please comment. It's completely down to you, 100% down to you guys. So if you comment, you're probably going to get a say in this, because I will try and get as many combinations of people as I can, because there's a lot of variables in this Tenrule challenge. Therefore, pretty much everything you guys are going to say is going to be at some part in my Tenrule challenge. So please do comment, because you will definitely have a say there. So yeah, oh, I forgot to show it. I'm going to show you the areas on the screen now. And what you'll see, the white areas, I think, are the gyms. The red areas are the sort of the routes between the gyms, and the black areas are the additional areas. So this is what I've come up with for my Tenrule. So it's a suggestion for you guys as well, and I don't think there's anything I missed. I hope there isn't. So yeah, just go pause that if you want to take a closer look at it. So what I'm going to need you guys to do in this video is comment down below what I should use as a Pokemon, or several Pokemon. So essentially, you choose my either starter Pokemon, you choose one of them, or one from the first area, so up to the first gym. Choose one of these Pokemon, because I do need a Pokemon earlier on. And you can also comment about other Pokemon you want me to catch, and comment about the first few areas. So I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment. I hope you enjoy my Tenrule, and I'll see you then.